I'm pretty sure I can say this with absolute certainty. I have never seen so much blood and urine on screen before. Gattaca! Released in 1997 and is directed by Andrew Niccol, who also directed films such as Simone, In Time, The Host, Lord of War, and he also wrote The Truman Show. How about that? The film stars Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law, Alan Arkin, Lauren Dean, and Ergis Borgnine. In typical sci-fi fashion, in the not-too-distant future, technology has advanced to the point where it kind of controls our everyday lives. Like choosing what kind of child you want to have. Technology has advanced so much that as soon as a baby is born, they take a blood sample and they can tell the parents everything that is wrong with them and give them the most likely scenario of how they're going to die. Chances of developing asthma, 63%. Chances of developing polio, 83%. Chances of developing cancer, 96%. Life expectancy, 3 years. Wow. How creepy would that be if that actually happened? And this was the burden of Ethan Hawke's character, Vincent, who was born genetically weaker than the majority of people in the future. But kudos to him, he lives past the age of 3, and he has a dream of one day going into space. However, a private space company that he wants to be a part of called Gattaca only accepts people with exceptional genetic coding. In comes Jerome, played by Jude Law, who used to be a premier athlete until a car crash made him paralyzed. So Jerome gives Vincent his identity and aids him into getting into Gattaca and hopefully one day into space. And just like what all sci-fi novels and sci-fi movies do, this is a social commentary on discrimination and racism in our world today. Because Vincent wasn't born by genetic selection, he is seen in the society as less than and inferior to others. And there are companies like Gattaca in this movie that only accept applicants based on their genetic coding and not based on their drive or their work ethic or their intelligence. Which is a very frustrating thing to watch. The audience can see just how passionate and how driven Vincent is to get into space, and all the audience wants is to see him achieve that. It's all he wants, but there's this company that is telling him, nope, you can't achieve your dream because of your DNA. And that idea is a very relevant issue nowadays, unfortunately. I have seen committees where when they're trying to hire someone, the first thing that they look at is the color of their skin or whatever gender they are. And this was very frustrating to watch because I believe that people should be chosen for jobs, attending school, positions in government based on your drive, your passion, your intelligence, your work ethic, and the content of your character as opposed to the color of your skin or whatever gender you are. But unfortunately nowadays a lot of companies do that, no matter how illegal that is. Look how far the society has actually come. And you can see the blatant racism in this film, or at least its representation. This is not a diverse cast at all. Very white privileged, I guess. And that's why it's very easy to connect to the character of Vincent, because in this world, amongst a prejudice and amongst companies that are basing their decisions on genetics, here's a character who is constantly cheating death, constantly cheating the system, because he is proving that the most powerful force in the world and what we should be determining our selections on is the drive of the human spirit. Anything is possible as long as you believe it. Vincent was given 3 years to live, and here he is now in his 20s at the top of his class both intellectually and physically. It's a great underdog story. However, this plot gets kind of muddled with a weird murder mystery thing that kind of comes out of nowhere and basically goes nowhere. Murder happens to someone who we really don't know, and then it just kind of resolves itself. That's it. And you go, why is this even here? I wish they would have showed us more of the training for the space missions as opposed to focusing on this murder that I don't really care about. Ethan Hawke does a good job as Vincent. I'm always going to remember him, though, as the kid from Dead Poets Society. Oh, Captain, my Captain. He has a very wooden performance, but I think that was intentional, you know, for Vincent to kind of fit into the cookie-cutter-ish environment of Gattaca. But like I said, you really connect to this character because of his backstory, the underdog story. In terms of the acting, Jude Law is probably the biggest standout amongst the cast. He's not in the film much, but whenever he is, he breathes life and fun into it. He has a very interesting arc, too. He's a guy who is genetically superior than the most, and then all of a sudden he's in a car accident, And now he's down at the bottom of the food chain. Thought of as less than, which adds a great dynamic to the relationship he has with Ethan Hawke in this movie. One character is on the rise, while the other character has basically plummeted. He does make a strange character choice at the end of the film. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I think it really comes out of nowhere, and I don't think it's earned at all. All of a sudden it just happens, and you go, oh, okay. So in the end, Gattaca has some okay, good performance, but the major standout is the story itself and its commentary on racism and discrimination that is still happening in the world today. However, this storyline does get muddled with a weird murder mystery thriller storyline that really doesn't go anywhere and adds nothing to the story. So I'll give Gattaca 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part in my videos where I randomly select which movie I'm watching next. Let's take a look. Boom! Yes, I've been wanting to see this so long now. Blade Runner! The last time I saw this movie was 10 years ago. It was the director's cut. I know they have like a million different cuts of this movie, but when I saw that director's cut, I wasn't really digging it. I actually didn't really like the film at all. But over the past 10 years, I've delved into the film world more, and everyone's talking about how great this movie is. So I am very excited to give this a watch. As of this recording, I have not seen the sequel, Blade Runner 2049, so hopefully I'll see this, and then I'll see that hopefully in the next coming weeks. So everyone, have you seen Gattaca? What did you think about it? Or, if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of Blade Runner. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.